it's Rebecca McAdam for Card Player TV with another edition of Strategy. Now we caught up with Tony Bond18 Dunst to discuss bet sizing. So when playing lower stakes and you get a really good hand, a lot of players make the mistake of betting far too much, and it's pretty transparent what they have.
Right, absolutely. I think at the stakes they're used to, it's not a mistake because the opponents on their table aren't aware that it's transparent. But when you're playing in the World Series and there's a lot more developed players, and looking around the field today, it seems like there's a lot of tables with, regular and intelligent players. Yeah. If you make bet sizes which are going to make your hand face up, although you might think that you're, quote unquote, protecting your hand, you're really not doing that, considering you're making your range a hell of a lot more polarized and likely transparent to those thinking players. So I would say to try and just make all your bet sizes consistent in their sizing in order to be maximally deceptive.
Okay, is there any time where you should kind of change up your bet sizes?
I would say if you feel that you're playing against someone who's not a very advanced player, doesn't think really hard about what their opponent has, and is more in love with the idea of what their holding is, if you feel like, okay, this guy might have a mild to medium strength hand and only a large bluff is going to get him off it, or let's say I think he has a pretty good hand, but he doesn't hand read well and he doesn't realize that, when I make a bet on the end, I'm representing a very large hand. In those cases, you could alter your bet size to try and, reach your desired outcome optimally. So like if I have a really, really good hand against a guy who I just think is going to fall in love with his hand no matter what it is and no matter how much strength I represent, I might make a huge over raise because I know he just won't fold down. He just will not fold it or lay it down. Whereas at same spot, if I know a guy has got a mild to medium strength hand, I might just make a raise that even though I'm not representing very much, even if he thinks through the hand and tries to put the pieces together and thinks about my range, I'm not really representing very much. It doesn't matter to someone like him because he just thinks big bet and I don't have strong hand, therefore I fold.
Yeah. And I know that the players probably are better here at this point, but if you were playing just in any tournament and there was someone who was only kind of raising with very big cards, are you calling with anything there just to see if like an ace or a king doesn't hit the flop?
Right. In many cases, if the stacks are deep enough to allow a fair bit of breathing room post-flop, you can call in position or even out of position. And a lot of situations, because your opponent's going to play so straightforward post-flop, and if the ace and king falls and he bets more than one time at it, you can feel pretty confident that he's got a large hand. And if he gives up quickly, then you just bet maybe once or twice at him and he's likely to give up his hand.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
No worries, guys.